Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. We wanted to talk about 5 blessings that comes from raising a child with Spina Bifida. I'll talk about this. So, Jaxon is very outgoing and he's very social. And this is a blessing because we are not very outgoing or very social. Nels is more outgoing and social. I'm just an introvert. Even when we get around large groups with our family, I like to sit back in my corner and be a fly on the wall and watch. And I like to think, well, what's going through their mind right now? That's who I am. I usually let me sit back, let me people watch, and that's my comfort zone in a group, especially in a group where I don't really know a whole lot of people, but even with family.
Yeah.
But he is so outgoing and so social that people are drawn to that part of his personality, and because he'll just go up and ask questions like,
this is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, it is. Because I'm really scared he's going to go off with someone and I won't ever see him again. Because he would go off with some predator. I'm not joking. Because he would not...
He just has no boundaries with people.
No, he has no boundaries.
If anybody that walks by, hi, what are you doing?
What's your name?
What's your name?
Do you have a dog? Are you a grandma? Do you have where's your sister?
Where's your mom?
Just all these things.
Is that your mom?
Do you have a tractor? Do you have a horse? Do you have a cow? These are common questions that are asked over and over, even multiple times to the same person he's having this conversation with. But it has been a blessing because it's helped us be more social and talk with others, and it's just a good icebreaker for him.
It is. He's really good at breaking the ice and making people, because you don't always know how to address somebody that's in a wheelchair or doesn't walk, walks with crutches or whatever. And so because he is so social, he breaks the ice very quickly and draws people to him, and total strangers can have all these conversations with Jaxon, which is embarrassing in the bathroom in public settings. What's he doing that for? Can I do that too?
What's he doing in here, Dad? What's he doing in here, Mom? The same thing you're doing in here.
But yeah, he's very good at being very social.
We'll be at the store and someone's in one of those wheelchair basket store things, the wheelchair things, electric ones. And there's one time we were at Winco and he says to this guy, "Are you in a wheelchair?" And the guy said no, and he said under his breath, "Yes, you are." It's he'll just do things like that. Or what are you getting? I'm getting treats. What are you getting?
What are you buying today? Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So it's people just giggle and people laugh and they say, "Oh, how cute he is," and they love his if he's going around in his wheelchair versus in the cart. They mention how cool his wheelchair is and saying, "Oh, I wish I had a wheelchair." And
when we're at when we've been to the airports and stuff, the carts that drive around. He loves to race them.
He will race the people driving those little go-kart things to help people go to the other end.
Yeah, he'll. Do you want to race? Okay, let's go. And he'll. So he loves to race. A horse.
Is that your
Put
horse
it on.
hat?
Yeah, put it on. Oh, you got it backwards. You can't see. There you go. Now you got it. Yeah, do you want to come show him your horse?
Oh, what does the horse say?
Yeah.
Is that what you're being for Halloween?
So,
Anyway,
so Jaxon he's extremely social.
that's a blessing.
It is a blessing, and he's great at it. And we feel like that's one of his greatest strengths is he'll be able to overcome a lot of situations because he is so social and loves to help people be part of, and feel comfortable around him. It's one of his greatest strengths. Again, this might be a blessing and a curse. Learning to be more patient. It's hard to try to slow down and adjust your expectations of what has to be, but for us especially, it's good to see and realize not everybody's at the same ability, and not everybody has the same strengths, and so it's a blessing to slow down and be more patient and try to see what other people are going through besides what just you're going through, and so that is a good blessing. We're still learning that one.
Oh yeah, we've got a long ways to go. This is something Heavenly Father has been trying to teach me my whole life, and I've failed at my whole life, so he keeps giving me opportunities to learn that attribute.
Yeah.
And it's not easy.
It's not easy.
Next one is about how generous people are. This kind of goes along with his outgoing personality as well, because I don't think they would be as generous if they didn't kind of get to know Jaxon and talk with him. So he was about almost a year and a half. We were at what we were doing there, but we were mailing stuff off, and he was in his little zip-zack. So the zip-zack basically looked like a bumbo on wheels. So those parents and those who know what a bumbo is, just imagine a bumbo with wheels on it.
It has a little bit different, but
it's a little different, but that's basically what it is.
Idea, yeah.
And so he was kind of wheeling around in his zip-zack and zipping back and forth,
trying to teach his patience.
Trying to, showing off, because that's what he likes to do, is to show off. Look at me, look what I can do. And this guy had talked to him, and, I would be like, okay, Jaxon, you gotta stay closer to me. And so he knew I was the mom while I was filling out whatever I needed to fill out, and he's zipping back, and I'm, reminding him, stay close to me, quiet down a little bit, you're being a little too loud. And as we were, I think we're in line then. I don't think we're leaving yet, but he was on his way out, and he gave me a couple of dollars to take Jaxon to get an ice cream. And I said, no, you don't need to give him money to go get an ice cream. Like, no, there's no need. And he kept insisting. And he said something around the point of, it takes a lot to raise a child with special needs, and how he admired what I was doing and helping, and, with raising him and trying to teach him and and just doing things like that. And I said, okay, and we went and got him an ice cream, but I was just taken aback that this random guy who I don't know gave me money to take him out to get a treat. And we don't go around, expecting that to happen. But at that moment, it touched my heart, because it is hard. It is hard to raise a child with special needs. And just to get just a slight glimmer of people understanding that, like, that is what touched my heart.
It's very touching. I mean, the most that I've seen it is when we've been traveling anywhere, especially when we've gone on plane rides and stuff. Jaxon, people have been so kind to help, especially like pilots and flight attendants. They've been
very helpful,
accommodating and helpful, and there's been pilots that have let Jaxon go and sit up in the cockpit and
talk on the intercom.
And welcome,
push buttons.
Welcome all the people, and they showed him how to turn on the plane,
and he knows how to work his charm to get extra treats from the flight attendants.
Yes, and so things like that he are just so generous to him, and I don't know if
and to us
for sure, that helping him out and helping us out, and we got our arms full because we're carrying everything, and people will step up and help, and that is very it's hard to show in the time when you're stressed and you're trying to do everything, but we are grateful for those people who would step up and take a little bit of time out of their life to help us and to show some generosity, and that is a great blessing.
Yeah.
So I guess I get the next one.
Between these two.
Seeing success is...
That's by far the best blessing ever.
It is. The one that stands out, well, there's lots. Because each kind of stage that he progresses is just like, oh!
Like laying on his tummy for the first time flat.
Yeah, and when he first got a zip-zack, and he was so curious about everything.
He took off immediately, like just down the road. We remember when we went.
We were going to the police station to get our fingerprints for.
That's right, for the second adoption process.
And
he just took off,
and he wanted.
There was a ramp, and he went down fast and almost flew out. And way to go! But he thought it was the best thing ever.
Best thing ever. He was so excited.
Huge smile on his face. I mean, any parent gets excited when their children succeed and see that huge smile. But when you've had a child, that it's taken longer to get to those milestones and to figure things out, like it's even so much better. And a child, like the child knowing how hard he had to work to get to that point. That smile is like 10 times bigger.
It's priceless.
Yeah. Warms your heart.
Yeah. So, So that's like one of the main ones. Another one is when Jaxon got up between, it was Thanksgiving at my parents' house. Or was it Christmas?
It's New Year's.
Was it New Year's?
When he was walked?
Yeah.
New Year's.
They had two benches, because big family. Everybody's at my parents' house. They had two benches in the kitchen that were side by side. And Jaxon crawled over between the two benches and got up and with his hands and everything, walked down between the two benches. And everybody in the whole room...
Keep going! Keep going, baby!
Good job! Look at this boy go, you guys! Let it
The whole room cheered. And... cried and everything, because it wasn't any coaching that we did on our own or anything.
He did it by himself because he had been, that's something we were working on at physical therapy and at home. And he saw, if I put my hands here and here and it helped me guide my way, I can walk.
I can walk between the two.
And that's what he did. And he loved it. He loved to show off. He kept doing it and saying, "Watch me." And it was wonderful.
That was things like that you go to all these appointments, you go to all these therapies, you go all the time. And Jaxon, we've been able to see some really tremendous growth. But sometimes you're like, is it worth it? Is it going to pay off? Is it making any difference? And then you see something like that, and it's like, oh yeah, he's amazing. And all the help that everybody's given you, the therapists and everything, it's been it's such a blessing. That's a great blessing. One of the best.
the best, I think, is all those successes. Then the last one, okay, Levi, can you, you gotta talk just a little bit longer, okay? Thank you. So our last blessing that we wanted to talk about is the community that kind of just landed in our lap by adopting Jaxon. We've got a great community of friends and family and church. Everyone is so understanding and they love Jaxon. Everyone who comes in contact with Jaxon, they just fall in love with him. It's because of his magnetic personality. But as well as our Spina Bifida community, if it wasn't for them, we probably would not know what to really do.
Yeah,
we wouldn't have anyone that has older kids, you know, go and be like, well, what did you do with this? Or like kids the same age, or oh, where's your child at? You know, what are some of the things that they can do
what
now?
Successes are they?
Yeah, like just that bonding that comes along with people who understand what it's like, and having that community for Jaxon to be able to be around others, especially, you know, other kids who are in wheelchairs or in walkers or crutches, and no one judges anyone. They all play. Like, it's been wonderful.
And I mean, like Sarah said, we're introvert people. We don't go out of our way to join community groups and things like that.
Not a whole lot anyway.
Not a whole lot.
Not outside of family and friends and church.
I mean, but still, you know, we're not like a, hey, we're gonna go get really
let's go join everything
in the community type things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not something that we do. But having the Spina Bifida community and the group there has been a great blessing, because it gives us friends. We've made some really good friends.
We made some really good friends
through the group, and other people that have kids the same age as Jaxon or close to Jackson's age, or even Levi's and Bella's age, that are just barely getting kids with Spina Bifida. To be able to have that group to support and to be a part of, and to share successes and see the hope that other people have, and to get hope from other people as you see their successes, is a great blessing. It's a great strength. So.
And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you can be notified the next time we load a video. Comment down below something that you learned that you didn't think about, whether it's a hardship or a blessing when it comes to raising a child with special needs.
And feel free to comment with any other
ideas
questions
or
if you think, is that a hardship or is that not a hardship? You know, or is this something that you encountered that's hard or easy to address?
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, well, we hope you have a great day. We will talk to you later.